Millionaires are everywhere nowadays, but it's the billionaires that set the bar and the expectations for the super rich. But how these multi-billionaires come to be? How do they conduct their lives? Who makes up the typical billionaire? In this video we'll take a peek inside the world of the super wealthy and examine a few facts that you might not know about them. As most billionaires' wealth is calculated in USD, it will be the only currency that we will be referring to in this video so that there's a singular point of reference. So stick with me until the end of this video to learn more about billionaires and their lifestyles. It's virtually impossible to become a billionaire if you are working a regular job. So what jobs do billionaires have exactly? Most billionaires are some sort of entrepreneur, with more than 42% of billionaires that got their first billion before the age of 40 doing so in the field of technology. The technological field is growing at an exponential rate, so there are a lot of opportunities for innovative entrepreneurs to make their fortunes. E-commerce is another industry in which we have seen many billionaires succeed. Many billionaires have never been to college and instead embark on pursuing their innovative business ideas from a young age. Surprisingly, only around 20% of billionaires inherited their wealth. This means that the vast majority of billionaires made their money on their own 2 feet. While they may have had some help along the way, numerous billionaires started out with very little and came from normal backgrounds. While most billionaires are entrepreneurs of sorts, almost all of them make passive income through investments and other passive streams of income. Forget about a regular salary in a singular source of income. Millionaires and billionaires usually have several streams of income, including earned income, which is the income earned by doing something. It is usually a regular job when you are working for someone else. This is how most billionaires start out. But over time many of them do away with earned income and focus on other sources where they sell something for more than what it originally costs. This comes from business large and small and requires a degree of entrepreneurship. Most billionaires will always maintain some form of profit income because when done correctly it can earn you huge amounts. Billionaires also make money from dividends by being a shareholder in certain companies. It is also passive and you'll get a return on your shares and investments. Most billionaires are very business savvy and have expert financial advisors who can accurately advise them about which businesses to invest in. While some billionaires do well for themselves in the real estate industry by earning rental income comes from buying property and renting it out. While buying a property can require quite a large amount of money up front, over time you'll be able to make your investment back and start profiting off your rentals. There are numerous millionaires involved in the property and rental market. The thing is that most of these income sources are only really worthwhile if you already have a significant amount of money, and in this way it is often easier for the mega rich to become even richer. Almost all of the income streams I've mentioned so far are very difficult for the average person to get into. It often takes billionaires most of their lifetime to hit the big 9 zeros, and most billionaires are between the ages of 50 and 70, that being that we are seeing more and younger billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Kylie Jenner. The United States has the most billionaires and is home to 28% of the world's billionaires, which most of the mega rich living in New York, Los Angeles and San Francisco. China comes in a close second and has seen the most growth in billionaires in the past couple of years. Germany, Europe's largest economy, has the third biggest concentrations of billionaires with around 151 billionaires in total. India and the rest of Asia are predicted to produce many more billionaires soon. With so much wealth available to billionaires, it is no wonder that so many billionaires are very charitable. While there are under no obligations to give to charity, many people expect them to and believe that billionaires must be charitable. J.K. Rowling fell off the Forbes billionaires list when she gave away millions to various charities. Bill Gates also announced that the majority of his wealth will go to charity when he dies and plans to leave just $10 million for each of his children. He is not holding off giving until he dies though, and both Bill and his wife Melinda have donated around $10 billion to causes like healthcare and economic development. Warren Buffett is known to be one of the most charitable men in the world, and it is said that he has donated almost half of his wealth to Ferris philanthropic causes. George Soros is another generous billionaire who has given around $3.1 billion to human rights causes and economic development in Eastern Europe. Mark Zuckerberg, famously gave away $900 million to the Silicon Valley Community Foundations, and with poverty and lack of government funding being a prevalent occurrence in countries around the world, many human rights activists are calling on billionaires to give while they live and give away 5% of their wealth to worthy causes each year. The average billionaire has around $80 million to spend how they please each year. It is quite hard to comprehend being a billionaire and the spending power that they have, the richest in the world, and spend $88,000 with the effect of being the same as the average American spending $1. So what do the mega-rich spend their money on? Obviously, many billionaires enjoy the finer things in life and spend their money on lavish items such as mansions, private jets, sports cars, yachts, and designer clothing. Many billionaires own homes in a handful of countries and have a garage full of cars. Others prefer to live a bit more frugally and enjoy a relatively normal life. Billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg are known for wearing a pair of jeans and a shirt almost every day. That being said, Zuckerberg owns multiple houses, 2 of which are in Hawaii. Art collectibles and unique one-of-a-kind items are where billionaires can show off their taste and personality while supporting famous artists and designers. Alice Walton is famous for spending a whopping $44.4 million on a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. Money knows no age, race, sexuality, or gender. Of all the billionaires in the world, approximately 8.5% of them are women, which some of the most famous women billionaires being Oprah Winfrey and Kylie Jenner, who is also the world's youngest billionaire. The richest women in the world, including Alice Walton and Mackenzie Scott, are not as highly publicized as men, and they lead relatively low-profile lives even though they are incredibly successful women. The top 10 richest women in the world are definitely not as famous as the top 10 richest men. Most women billionaires are from China, and China is home to 66% of the world's women billionaires. According to the Herman Global Rich List, there are 51 more women on the list than last year. Women have only relatively recently been afforded to the same financial and career opportunities as men, so it is expected that we will see more and more women becoming billionaires in the future. And with the way things are going, we can expect the official list of billionaires to continue growing. The lives of famous billionaires are often very public and garner a lot of media attention. Once the world knows that you are a billionaire, you really need to upgrade your security and be careful with what you say and do. You may find yourself in a positions where people only want to be friends with you and get to know you for your money. So it is possible to be a secret billionaire and not have the whole world know about the large amount in your bank account. Well, yes, because no alarm goes off as you make your first billion. It is very possible to be a billionaire in secret. There may even be billionaires out there that are completely unaware of the fact that they are billionaires. Of course, many people would probably suspect that you are doing quite well for yourself. But if you keep a low profile and lead a relatively simple life, you should be able to fly under the radar. The more glamorous and opulent your lifestyle is, the more attentions you are likely to draw attention to yourself. And this is when people in the media could start making speculations about your net worth. So if you were a billionaire, how would you spend your money? Tell us in the comments section below, and do well to support by giving this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well.